What are we doing tonight, babe?
Welcoming all of our supporters into our bedroom. Welcome, supporters.
We do have some nice fancy glow lights back there. Keel, you don't want to talk about it?
I'm taking Kilo's stance tonight. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't really have a choice. All right, you ready to answer all the questions?
Are you going to come have a seat?
Yeah, I am.
Do you really think that people want to just look at me like this long?
They don't have a choice.
Well, geez, man, it's pretty ridiculous.
Okay, what was the biggest disagreement that you and your wife had,
well, hold
and
on,
what were
hold
the
on.
end results? We'll do that one later. That one's gonna take forever.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I would give Sally the ability to like keep her tongue in her mouth. I would give Lotto the ability to not chew. Kane's superpower would just be that his little legs would be fine and he would be all right.
Fanny back.
Yeah, that he would just be okay and like maybe like not be so needy. Jack's superpower would be that he wouldn't need to incessantly bark anytime a leaf moves outside the window. And Kilo is already full of superpowers, so that's
You're
an easy
a
one.
freaking mess. What's the biggest disagreement that you and your wife have had, and what were the end results?
What is the biggest one?
I don't think they're disagreements so much as maybe we.
Dude,
I
don't know
feelings
about
hurt.
I don't know about a big disagreement. There was one time when Sally got out of the house.
Ooh, am I finally gonna hear?
Do you
what
remember
said?
that? No,
Yes,
you're never
I
gonna,
remember.
you're never gonna hear what I said. So KATELYN, if you didn't know, has like 70% hearing loss.
50 to 60.
50 to
God,
60.
you-
I'm so sorry. 50 to 60% hearing loss, and so one time Sally got out of the house and she was like just calling her, and Sally's like running, and there's other dogs that walk through our neighborhood quite often with their owners, and she's like, I'm like, just hurry and get the treats, and like just
like
kind of
run after her.
kind of got louder, or just go after her, not necessarily run, but like go. Like I was freaking out because we were kind of new to the neighborhood, and like she got super pissed and said something, and then I said something that she couldn't hear, and I'll never repeat it. And
Guys, to this day, I don't know what he said.
she's just gonna have to live with the fact that I'm never gonna let her know what I said, because it was dumb and I didn't need to say it, and you know I probably won't ever say it again where she can hear me. And but that was like the biggest argument we ever had. And then she came back in the house. She was like, I'm going. And I was like, I'm just trying to be your teammate. Why won't you be on my team? It was crazy. But I don't think there's not really like a.
I don't think we disagree on much.
No, we
like
don't.
Major.
Yeah, we don't disagree on a lot of things. And the end result is always that one or.
Like tonight, we got in a little tiff.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember the other question. Oh, about having another dog. Like, there's always one of us that is willing to not be crazy in that moment, or one of us that's willing to stand up and be like, okay, listen, this is really what I intended to say, and this was, you know, and I'm sorry that it didn't come out that way, and that I am an a-hole.
So the end result is always that we're okay.
Yeah, I mean, the end result is always that we grow from the situation, and we typically don't.
Well, I think we talk about things.
Yeah, we don't. Even if we have arguments, like they don't usually seem to be about the same thing.
What do you mean?
They're not about the same thing. Like, they're different issues, and then we work through them, and then we usually don't revisit that issue because we know where each other stands, and most of the time.
Patricia wants to know,
Patty.
how are you going to teach your children, human children, about drugs and other addictions?
We're gonna do them. I'm gonna go get a pound of weed and an 8-ball of coke, maybe a teener of meth, a couple tenths of heroin. And we're just gonna have a little sit down. Like, this is what this does. Watch Daddy do it. No, I don't know yet. Like, I learned about drugs from Dare. and we never really talked about him at home, and you see him in movies, and so I don't necessarily think not talking about it is the way to go. At the same time, I don't think that like, oh, this is what it is and this is what I did right away is like the way to go either. So I don't really know. That's kind of a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Mm-hmm. If I need to, I'll smoke a joint with him. Be like, listen, bub, you can smoke, but only with your father. No, I won't do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never really thought about that. Good question though. I'll think about that probably for a long time now. Yeah.
Michelle says, do you guys ever get in a heated argument over the dogs and who usually wins? But I guess you kind of just answered that one.
Do we get in arguments over the dogs?
Well, I mean, we got in the argument about Sally.
Lately, the thing's been, like, I'm terrified to have Kane out of his muzzle right now, and yeah. KATELYN's with them more, and so she doesn't, like, feel the need to have him in it, and so I come home, and she's like, he's been without a muzzle all day, and I'm like, what? But he's been good, and he's been
all
fine,
week.
And his hair hasn't been up, and so it's been pretty good.
Who's the dog that gets into the most trouble, and why?
Lotto.
Why?
Why? Because he's one.
He's a jerk.
Because he's a jerk.
What other things do you like to do together with or without the puppies? Keep it clean.
KATELYN doesn't like to hang out with me. I try to get her to play golf. I love golf. I love softball. What's really cool is the guys I hang out with now to play softball, she likes their wives, and so she'll come. We like to watch TV together.
What do I like to do? You're talking an awful lot about what you like to do.
Be on your phone.
I tried to get you to play soccer with me.
Yeah, like we've
me.
played soccer together. She tried to get me to coach soccer with her, but I wanted to play basketball league at the same time. Our dogs are what we do with each other for fun. Like,
we're gonna go on a walk tomorrow.
Yeah, like our page is the page is really something we do together. You know what I mean? And it is fun for us. She does a lot more than I do, but when I'm home and she asks me to participate, like, I honestly see this as quality time. Like, this is quality time in my book. Like, I'm helping her achieve something, and she's
getting to hear all about how much she loves Kilo.
She's exploiting me for her own benefit.
No, one thing I'll say is you never say no.
I don't.
Ever. When I need your help. She also wants to know, do you watch Game of Thrones? This answer depends on whether I'm going to continue supporting y'all.
I just have one. What's her name?
This is still Patty.
You know nothing, Patty. Yeah, we're just counting down the days until April 14th. We have 2 episodes left in season 7 just to catch back up. I have watched the entire Game of Thrones, 4 times through? 5 times all the way through. Read most of the books. So, I'll be very sad when it's over, and it will probably be something that I will watch again with my children when they are part of this world.
Allie has 2 questions. You already answered one. Her first one was, which is her favorite and why. You've already said why.
I can say it again.
No. Trust me. No.
I can talk more about Kilo.
Allie also wants to know if you had to get rid of a dog, which one?
I'm not answering.
Very wise.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Julie wants to know, would you baby KATELYN, meaning clean the house, wash the clothes, fold them, wash the dishes, cook dinner, feed the kids, and bathe them, and pay attention to the kids, put them all to bed, and call it a day?
Sure.
You're cute. Baby.
Yeah, I'll be a good dad. I'll help out with the kids and everything.
100%.
A lot. 100%. 100%.
Alright, that one's answered?
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay. Brian, Mr. Goldspink.
Goldspank!
wants to
J
know.
Dad and K Mom,
His
man.
question is for J Dad.
J Dad.
When you found Kane in that awful condition, how shocked were you at human cruelty, and did it bring you to tears?
No, it didn't bring me to tears. It brought me to anger, man. I wanted to beat that dude within an inch of his life. Dude, I was so mad. And he tried to sell him to me. He was like, hey, bro, you can give me like $40 right now for him. Like, dude, no way, man. Unfortunately, I still had to live next door to the dude. So I wasn't going to like go down that road. But yeah, it didn't. I mean, I think I've lived that way before. And so I already know, like, the depths of the human condition and like what we're capable of. But yeah, I'm just in a different place. So like I get it. He wasn't ready. He got a dog for status. You know what I mean? And he had cropped ears and he was all white, man. And Kane's name was Bay Boy. Can you believe that?
So we went from one druggy name to another.
I know, man. These
Bay
guys
Boy to
out
Kane.
Here, these guys out here, man. I named him Kane because it rhymes with Bane.
Right. I hear you.
Come on, babe.
Susan wants to know.
Susie Q.
You had in your podcast that you told us how your family handled your addiction. How did Jeffrey's family handle his addiction, and has it affected the relationship now?
So, I mean, it affected them drastically. Like, I was in and out of their lives, like, when it suited me for close to 15 years. Only showing up when there were gifts or food or anything like that, and really, like, not caring at all about any of them. Like, yeah, it affected them deeply. I think it affected my little sister the most. I remember a point after I'd gotten clean. I had probably been clean for about 18 months, and my little sister was like, yo, I haven't really thought of this up to this point, but I have been, like, waiting for the other shoe to drop, like, this whole entire time. And I've just noticed in the last couple of weeks that, like, I haven't been waiting for that or thinking about that, and, like, I really, like, believe that you're here to stay. I was very blessed that once I got clean, like, I had a key to my mother's house, and I was allowed to stay there again, and that there haven't really been like limitations as to the way I can be involved in my family, and so that's pretty cool. They're pretty good people, and I think like their ability to look past years of torture for me has nothing to do with me, and it has everything to do with the quality of people they are and the amount of love that like they have in their hearts for their family. So
Okay.
does hearing my answer to these questions make you love me more? Does me answering these questions like
No.
does it make you tingle or like give you warm fuzzies? Does it make you love me more, or like does it give you like this overwhelming sense of, oh, I married the right guy?
No, because I'm still stuck on the fact that I'm a logical choice.
Man.
So Susan also wants to know which... She's put a bit of a backstory, but that's really unnecessary, I think.
To answer the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is, what makes you go straight back to the drug knowing each time this could be the last?
Because I love it. I love it. I loved being high. Every second of it. Like, even when times were miserable, like, I absolutely loved the feeling that it gave me. I loved that it made me not feel at the same time, like, emotionally. Yeah, like, if I could, right now, today, if I could use and not have any consequences for my use, I would still use. Most definitely. But I'm not willing at this point in my life to deal with the consequences. And living as a habitual rule follower, like, there is so much freedom in it, and it's made life so much easier to, in essence, conform to society and to, like, God's will for my life.
Okay.
That one had to make you love me more. No?
I don't know.
What the heck, man? Jeez, you are a hard sell, man.
I hear you. Listen, I'm working right now. I'm busy. Leah wants to know, how do you discipline your dogs? I feel like with 5 of them, it may be difficult.
So we use a water bottle. and it works very, very well. I think so. I'm loud most of the time, but I don't like get to that tone very often, and so when I get to that tone, Caitlin uses that tone all the time. I don't really listen to it, but when I get to that tone, they snap to attention, and most of them are pretty good. Like hey, and they're like, oh man. Oh, is he gonna hit me?
Daddy's mad.
Oh, he's gonna hit me.
Stop. You're not abusive.
Is he gonna grab the belt again?
Stop. You're not abusive.
He's gonna lock me in the basement. Everybody, be good, be good.
You're terrible. How often does the house get cleaned?
Every day, twice a day. Whether I'm here or not.
Yeah.
Caitlin's really good at that.
Thanks, babe. I love you.
Shut your mouth.
Who scoops poop?
No one. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but poop is a natural fertilizer.
We will probably have the company come do it.
Yeah, we'll have them come do it.
Now that winter is thawed.
Yeah, now that winter is coming, and it's not here. We actually just hire a pooper scooper company to come out and do it. And that suffices. I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
I know you ain't doing it either. Actually, Caitlin made a deal with me when we moved in here.
I did?
Yeah, that if I mowed the lawn, she would scoop the poop.
Yeah, but then you got a riding mower, so that deal is invalid because that was with the push mower.
Oh my gosh.
True or false?
I mean, I wasn't aware.
Listen.
I wasn't aware that there was fine print in the deal.
That's your fault for not reading. Also, my job is the inside of the house. Your job is the outside of the house. True or false? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ella wants to know, how's Caitlin's cooking? What's her best dish other than takeout?
Her best dish, she makes these jalapeno and mozzarella stuffed hamburgers, and then she makes these stuffed mushrooms that are like cream cheese and spinach and coconut flour and an egg and bacon and red chili peppers, and it's delicious. I could eat it probably every night of the week.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to say bye? It's not a very good book.
No?
No.
So we'd like to thank you very much for joining us in our bedroom tonight.
What is it? My side of the bed?
My
My side of the bed, right? That's your
Hold
new
on.
vlog.
That was like my cut. I was going to come back. Thank you for joining me this evening for On My Side of the Bed. It's been great. I've enjoyed myself.
They just want to see the puppies.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Sally's dreaming.
I am just a natural, babe.
Natural?